This is Backstory, September 2008. New York is still awake. The lights are on in Lower Manhattan. Phones are ringing. Men in suits are moving between conference rooms. But this isn't a normal Sunday night, because somewhere inside Wall Street, they've realized something terrifying. By Monday morning, one of the biggest names in American finance may be dead. And if Lehman Brothers falls, nobody knows what falls with it. Lehman Brothers wasn't some reckless startup. It was old Wall Street. Founded in 1850, it had survived the Civil War, the Great Depression, 2 world wars, countless panics and crashes. For over 150 years, Lehman had been part of the system, a pillar, a name people assumed would always be there, until suddenly, it wasn't. The problem began years earlier. Cheap money, easy mortgages, housing prices rising like they could never fall. Banks stopped acting like lenders. They became machines. Loans were bundled, packaged, rated, sold. Risk was chopped up, relabeled, and pushed across the global system. And Lehman went all in. They loaded up on mortgage-backed assets and real estate exposure, believing the market would hold. It didn't. When U.S. housing began to crack, the illusion cracked with it. And suddenly, the assets on Lehman's balance sheet weren't worth what they claimed. Not even close. By September 12, 2008, the panic was no longer theoretical. It was inside the room. Lehman was running out of time. Executives, regulators, bankers, Treasury officials, they all gathered in New York for one desperate weekend. The mission was simple: find a buyer, save Lehman, prevent panic. Potential rescuers circled: Barclays, Bank of America. Deals were discussed, numbers were reviewed, emergency options were thrown across the table. But every hour made one thing clearer: Lehman's hole was too deep, and nobody wanted to catch the falling knife. Then came the moment that changed everything. The U.S. government had already helped save Bear Stearns months earlier, so Wall Street assumed the same thing would happen again, that if things got bad enough, Washington would step in. But this time, they didn't. No rescue, no backstop, no last-minute hand beneath the floor. On September 15, 2008, Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy. The 4th largest investment bank in America, gone. And then Monday came. The reaction was immediate. Markets crashed. Credit froze. Banks stopped trusting each other. Money market funds, normally considered safe, began to wobble. For a moment, the financial system itself began to seize, not because one bank failed, but because nobody knew who was exposed next. If Lehman could disappear, who was safe? AIG, Morgan Stanley, Goldman? The entire system suddenly looked breakable, and that was the real collapse. Not balance sheets, not buildings, belief. Lehman didn't just fail because it made bad bets. It failed because modern finance had become too connected, too leveraged, too confident in its own complexity. The models said the risks were diversified. The ratings said the products were safe. The system said it was stable, until one weekend proved it wasn't. And when Lehman died, Wall Street realized something it hadn't wanted to admit. The machine only works as long as people believe it works. Lehman Brothers collapsed in a single weekend, but the fear it exposed never really left, because every financial system rests on the same invisible foundation: trust. And once trust breaks, everything starts moving very fast. So here's the real question: did Lehman Brothers destroy the system, or did it simply reveal how fragile the system already was? This was Backstory by Origins. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share with your friends.